video was made possible by EA Game Changers. Hello guys, I'm Aveline and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So today we're building a family home. I know it's been a while, what a surprise. We're building another family home. But this one is a little bit different from what I usually build, in my opinion at least. I know you can be blind to those kind of things, so can't promise you that it's different, but I feel like it's different. And it is built with the new Get Famous pack that is coming out tomorrow or in a couple of hours if you're living in the UK. Possibly already out if you're living in the rest of Europe. And if you're living further east of here, it's already out. It's been out for hours. But anyways, so it is built in Valley. It is built on a 50 by 40 and it's the lot that is wider and not longer, if that makes any sense. Hopefully you can see what I mean. So you can see the city in the background and everything, and it is super pretty at night, and I am so excited to share this build with you guys. Just a little bit of a disclaimer I do want to say, because the interior is a little bit over the top, so you've been warned. If white and gold are not your favorite colors or color combination or whatever, this house is possibly not for you. But if you saw my build from yesterday, I used a lot of the mid-century modern items in that house, so I really wanted to build something where I could use the other items. So the more, I don't know what kind of style that is, but it's like, it's so over the top. So I decided to build this sort of colonial. We had a short discussion on the Discord server, or on my Discord server. If you want to join that, by the way, there's a link to that in the description down below. But we had a short discussion and came to the conclusion that this is either a colonial or a colonial revival, but none of us really know, so just guessing that it's a colonial or a colonial revival. But it is different from whatever else I've built before. I'm pretty sure about that, because I usually build like big houses or like houses that aren't this boxy, because colonials are quite boxy. But I feel like this style fits the interior quite well, the furniture that we got with this pack, so I really wanted to build something like that. So here you go. It is very white. It's also black and gold on the exterior. On the interior, like I said before, very, very white and gold. So you've been warned. There is a little bit of blue as well in the parents' bedroom, and also in the kids' bedroom, and in the teens' bedroom. It's basically just white and pink, so very over the top, a little bit, yeah, just very over the top in my opinion, but hopefully you guys will like it. I feel like it fits this expansion pack pretty well. And yeah, I also came up with a little bit of a background story, because this house is for two parents and also their teen daughter, who's also got a cat, and also a kid, or the teen daughter doesn't have a kid. I know, it kind of sounded like that for a second. The parents also have a kid, so it's for a family of 4 plus a cat. But basically the background story for this family is that either both of the parents are actors, but in my opinion I kind of saw one of the parents as being a director instead. However, I know that in The Sims, your Sims can't actually become directors. As far as I'm aware, you can only be an actor, so we're just gonna pretend like one of them is a director, because I think that this house is for a family of 2, where the parents are a director and an actor, and they kind of started their relationship while the director was still married to someone else, and that started a lot of controversy and drama in the community and all that. So this is a little bit of a controversial family. I mean, technically it could still be like that if both of them are actors, but I kinda, in my opinion, I think it's worse when it's about the director and an actor, like when it's the director and an actor together rather than just 2 actors, because there's a sense of favoritism when you know you're having a relationship with the director, kind of. So I thought that would make it a little bit worse. Also, maybe the director is a little bit older than the actor, who knows. But yeah, they have 2 kids together by now, or maybe the actor is actually not because I kind of have a feeling that the actor is the woman, but maybe she's actually not the mom of the 2 kids living in this house. Who knows what happened to the real mom? I don't know. This suddenly took a very dark turn. It was not supposed to be this dark. But basically, that's kind of the family that it's for. The teen daughter is extremely spoiled. She has her own cat. I kind of had this feeling that the cat was somewhat like, what is that little white cat that's super snobby in Aristocats called? Because I don't remember. But you guys know the one with the pink bow around her hair. I had a feeling that the cat was somewhat like that cat, and she's just super spoiled. She's a bit like Regina George, maybe a little bit like Chanel Oberlin, kind of that sort of figure, and the kid is probably really, really nice. But the teen daughter is super spoiled. She has her own walk-in closet, even though technically if you do want to play in this house and you don't need the walk-in closet, because obviously the walk-in closet doesn't really do much gameplay wise, but you can change it out and turn it into a bathroom instead. That's completely fine. It's directly connected to the teen daughter's bedroom, so that is possible. The kid and also the parents have to share a bathroom that is open to everyone else. The floor plan was a little bit strange to do in this house because it is so squared, so I had a few issues with that, but it turned out fine in the end. I really like how this house turned out because it's so different. But again, it's not my own personal style whatsoever. I would never be seen living in this kind of furniture ever. But now that I've played with it, honestly, I kind of want to play with it more because there are some crazy swatches with those, like with the couches and the chairs, especially also the beds. You'll see that later on. There is a zebra printed bed swatch, yes, and also a leopard printed bed swatch, and the bed overall is just like crazy. And there's a very pink one, there's a hot pink one, there's a rainbow colored one with a weird pattern on it as well. So a lot of different swatches, a lot of crazy swatches. I will admit that the pink zebra swatch with the golden frame is probably one of my favorite ones because it's so kitschy. Like, it's just so ugly, but I love it. So definitely gotta use that for something. Not this time around though, because this house is mainly white and gold on the inside. So I thought a hot pink and golden chair kind of stood out a little bit too much. So yeah, not this time around, but at some point I definitely will use it for something. For the exterior, I finally got to play around with terrain manipulation properly, in my opinion. So I put the house on this elevated ground. They kind of got this like, yeah, I don't know how to say that, like layered terrain, maybe somewhat. I had a lot of fun doing that though, and I think it looks really nice that the house is sort of like situated on top of a hill somewhat. And in the backyard I made a very big open terrace with a pool as well, kind of like an infinity pool, so there's a nice view from the terrace and an even nicer view from the pool especially. So you can see that later on in the backyard they also have their own basketball court. It's only half a court though, but still they have their own basketball court, so that is pretty freaking cool. In the front yard I also had some free space, so I decided to put in a pond. Of course, I always do that. But this time around, because we have terrain manipulation tools, I dug a little bit into the ground and then I put a pond down there. I used the fountain tool for that, like I usually do, and it just looks a lot more natural to me when it's kind of like in the ground rather than just on top of it, you know what I mean? So it's super cool that we can finally do that, like make ponds that are a little bit more natural looking, even though I still put way too many plants around it, but that's just my personal taste. So hopefully you guys know this by now, like I love plants in my game, so of course they gotta be everywhere. Although there's not a whole lot of landscaping in this build, or around this house I should say instead, because I did keep it to a minimum, especially in the backyard. I didn't want there to be too many trees either, because they were kind of blocking the view over the city, which is way too pretty, so I did not want to block that. I know your Sims probably don't care, but I do. So not a lot of trees in the backyard, but hopefully it's okay this time around. I mean, we're still gonna go crazy with landscaping at some point. You guys know this, it is coming at some point. So I also hope that it's not too clickbaity that I'm putting a garage right next to the house, because I do that quite often and I've never seen it as clickbait myself, but I have seen some other people get comments on it, so I don't fully know. I love putting garages in my houses though, or next to my houses, so I just think it looks a lot more realistic when they have a garage, so I continue to do it. But no, that car that I'm putting down there later is not functionable. You guys know what I mean. Unfortunately, not yet, but maybe at some point we'll get cars that actually work, hopefully at some point. So yes, I actually have a little bit of a theory, and I don't want to hype it up too much, but since we also didn't get cars in the debug menu, I have a feeling that they are coming at some point, because otherwise they would put them in the debug menu, you know what I mean? Because there are cars driving around parked in Mirage Park, especially. Like, there's a lot of cars parked down there, so why can't we get those in the debug unless they are coming at some point, you know what I mean? So hopefully, crossing my fingers, maybe just be wishful thinking, I don't know. But I still really want cars in the game. I know they're not going to be used for a lot of things, but I'm sure they are gonna look super pretty. So you guys know I'm a builder, everything is prioritized for building for me, so I want the freaking cars. But here you can see the back terrace that I was talking about. I also want to apologize for my voice if it's just like, if it fails now and then. I have not slept much last night either, because, well, Get Famous is being released and I prioritized Sims over sleep apparently, so there you go. I've also been working a little bit, so it's kind of been like work non-stop on the videos, but also having to do my job on the side as well, so my voice is just a little bit, it sucks a little bit right now because I haven't slept much, and hopefully it'll be back to normal within a couple of days, crossing my finger as well for that. But here in the backyard, I kind of, as you can see, like, I did make a pool house down in the right corner right now, but I decided to delete it in a little bit because I thought the pool looked a little bit weird, just like tugged away down there in the corner. I wanted it to be on the terrace up here, so I moved it up here, and then where the pool house is right now, as you can see, I deleted it and put in the basketball court. I have never used that basketball court for a family home, so that was super excited for me. Getting to use items that you've never used before, that's always super excited, right? So I don't know who in the family would eventually use that basketball court though, because I have a feeling that the daughter is not the most active person. Maybe she likes just like, she doesn't like to sweat. Let's put it like that. But the kid is maybe too young to use it, so I'm not entirely sure about that one. Maybe the parents like to throw some hoops, as I call it. I'm not good with basketball slang. Isn't it called throw some hoops or something like that? Hopefully you guys know what I mean. So I don't know, maybe the guy likes to invite some friends over now and then, or maybe it's just for show. I don't freaking know. But they have a basketball court, so you can do with it whatever you want. Also, another little side note is that usually I have Reshade installed in my game. I also have it right now. The only thing is I had to turn it on and off sometimes while doing the backyard because I don't know what's going on with the lighting, if it's just different in Del Sol Valley or if they made the game a little bit brighter. I'm not entirely sure. But the back of the build, maybe it's because the house is white, I don't really know what's going on. But it was just too bright and I couldn't see anything on the build itself, so I had to turn it on and off a few times. Sorry about that. I also had to do some of the back of the build either in the morning or in the evening. I think I turned it to evening if I'm not mistaken. So the lighting changes a little bit now and then, especially while doing the exterior, but it's what I could do to spare my eyes because it was like way too bright, so sorry about that. Just thought I would point that out in case you were wondering at some point, because I know it's gonna happen. I went through this video while editing, so just a little bit of a side note, but as you can see right here, we're doing it in the I think it's in the evening. It might be in the morning, I don't fully remember, but maybe I did both. I don't know. But I did have that issue, so if you're playing with Reshade as well, just warning you, Del Sol Valley is very bright. But yeah, guys, do let me know what you're planning on doing with this expansion pack if you are planning to get it. Are you gonna go straight for the actor career, or what are you gonna do? Because I know that you can get famous even as the other careers, so you can be a famous cook, for example, or a famous writer or a painter or something else, whatever you want to. Everyone can be famous. So yeah, let me know if you're planning on getting this expansion pack and also what you're planning to do with it, because I don't fully know yet. I do want to start an LP soonish on my channel. I don't know if it's just gonna be like focused around Get Famous or what we're gonna do, but I definitely want to have an LP going on the channel. I think that would be fun, also because I need to play this game more. I spend way too much time in build, let's be honest, and especially at night. This is why I don't sleep. But as you can see, we're starting with the interior right now, and I was in a inner fight with myself because I kind of like this furniture, but at the same time it is so not me, not one bit. But I think it's fun. I like that we have so many different styles we can play with in the game, because I like to explore different architectural styles, different interior styles as well. So it's always fun when we get something new and just so different, and this is definitely different. So I was having so much fun with this, but at the same time I was just, my insides were screaming like, no, you hate this, you hate this. I didn't fully trust it, but honestly at the end I really like this interior. I think it screams personality, but like not necessarily a very nice kind of personality, you know, like they like to show off with their wealth a lot. Not in the same way as my little bachelor yesterday, but just like they're super snobby. They don't throw the parties because they don't want people over, you know what I mean? Like they want everyone to stay away from them because they're too good to talk to commoners. They're way too important to ever have anyone over that's not, you know, in the business or famous or something like close up there. If maybe they're up and coming famous or something like that. So yes, just a very like how do you say it, show-offy kind of interior here. I also what's it called, mixed the interior with some of the stuff from Vintage Glamour Stuff Pack, and actually also some of the stuff from Vampire Game Pack, if I'm not mistaken, because those three packs, the styles really fit well together. They have the same swatches as well, so that's pretty freaking cool. Just like the mid-century modern stuff that we got with Get Famous also has the same swatches as the building stuff pack, so that is pretty freaking nice. It comes in very handy when you're decorating, especially a house, because there's a lot of space in houses, so it's nice to have varied, like a lot of different items, you know what I mean? So everything is just not the same couch in, you know, 2 different rooms and stuff like that. So as you can see right here, since we don't have any counters from Get Famous, I decided to go for the ones from Vampires. I feel like they're, you know, show-off enough for this house. Basically, fits the family perfectly. I also tried with some of the portraits from Vampires, but decided not to go with those because they looked a little bit, I don't know, they got Vlad on them. That's a little bit weird having them in this house because Vlad doesn't live here. Vampires, by the way, would not do well in Del Sol Valley unless they bring umbrellas or something else, because oh my god, like I said before, it's so bright. So vampire, maybe you can still make like a, actually isn't there a trade for vampires where they can walk in the sun? I'm not entirely sure. It's been a while since I played with vampires, so I don't fully remember, but if they have that one, you can definitely make like a dangerous famous vampire or something like that. That would be pretty freaking cool. But yeah, I think the fireplace that I also used in the living room is possibly, as far as I remember, it is also from Vampires. So there are a few items here and there that kind of fit with the whole vibe of the furniture that we got from Get Famous, which is pretty nice. Like I said before, it's nice to be able to mix and match, but you'll definitely also be able to recognize some of the items from Vintage Glamour Stuff Pack. So I've been struggling to use that stuff pack, so it's really nice that we finally got something that kind of went with it, you know? Also, this bathroom is so freaking golden. I went a little bit crazy. Someone on the Discord said that they really wanted me to use the golden toilet. So that bathroom right there was inspired by the golden toilet, and everything was just very orangey gold. A little bit over the top, but quite fun to do, so I'm not complaining. I hope you guys aren't complaining either. I'm not counting on you guys just using this house for a regular family, because it's not for a regular family. It is for a crazy, crazy famous, very snobby family that thinks they're better than everyone else. In here we got the teen daughter's bedroom. As you can see, I told you it was gonna be very pink and white. I really wanted to use the swatch. There is also a swatch that is more purple-ish, kind of like lavender almost, and black, if I'm not mistaken. It's like lavender, white, and black, and possibly a little bit of gray. I don't fully remember, but it's actually a really nice swatch. However, this had to be pink. It just had to be pink. It had to like scream, I am a princess basically. I am a spoiled princess. So this is the kind of vibe that I'm going for. By the way, no offense if you like pink. I like pink now and then as well, but you guys know like Regina George, Chanel Oberlin, it's all about the pink, so that's kind of the vibe that I was going for this girl. And she's just got everything in her room. She's got her own computer, she's got her own TV later on as well, she's got her own princess chair over there in the corner. I feel like especially the bed just screams princess. And I also put in a cat bed for her cat over in the corner here on the right side of the TV, so that is for her very spoiled and also very stubborn little white cat with possibly like I can imagine it has got a pink color with a bell on it, and it's just so spoiled. I wish we could give them haircuts, but we can't because I really want the cat to have that kind of bow on their head like the one in the Rooster Cats, but it's fine. In here we got the parents' bedroom. It's a little, or at least it feels a little bit more toned down compared to the teen daughter's room, but then again, it's not really laid back at all in my opinion. Actually, I changed the floorboards, or I changed the carpet to floorboards later on because I really wanted to use a rug under the bed, so it does tone it down just a little bit more because there was a lot going on as per, you know, the rest of the house. But so it had to fit in as well, but there was a lot going on, so I decided to change it and just put a rug underneath the bed instead. But that color on the bed is actually freaking nice, like a nice muted dark blue, really nice. And that lamp on the left side is Vintage Glamour Stuff Pack. I think I've used that once before if I'm not mistaken. It looks hilarious, I love it, super excited about using that lamp. I don't know, it's just, it makes me happy. And in here we got the kids' bedroom as well, which turns out to be a lot like dark blue. It feels very natural actually, not cluttered like my usual builds are, by the way. Just a little bit more toned down, but definitely fitting for a spoiled little kid. Although this kid, I feel like this kid would probably be nice, like at least nice compared to their sister, because their sister's not nice. Also thought I'd point out that that bookcase is the same one as downstairs. However, I did size it down because it's actually meant for medium wall height at least, or the tallest wall height, so unfortunately it looks a little strange like peeking through the roofing or the ceiling when you're using the smallest wall height, but or the shortest wall height, but hopefully it still works when you size it down. I haven't actually play tested this house yet, but I'm crossing my fingers. And in here we got another one of those golden bathrooms with the golden toilet. I wanted it to look magnificent. It kind of does on its own, so that wasn't too hard. But I love that bathtub, by the way. Like, it's beautiful. It's a swan. It kind of got like, yeah, swan wings on the side. It's just freaking beautiful, very detailed. Big fan of that bathtub. And I also really like the shower actually, because it's got like the back side of it is a mirror, and that looks freaking cool, so just thought I would point those things out. And in here we went for like, not to go for a completely just golden look, I decided to add in a few black pieces or a few black accents here and there in this room, so it's more varied in color in there rather than just being gold like the bathroom on the ground floor. And also, by the way, something I cut out of the footage because this video was getting a little bit too long for my liking, and also because I was basically just using spa day stuff and also fitness pack stuff pack. But the garage I turned it into a fitness or home fitness, so, or home gym is what it's called. So they do have that as well in case they want to work out over there. And that's it for today. So this video is almost over, so I'm gonna wrap up this voiceover now. I hope you like this build. You can't download it just yet, but it will be up on the gallery tomorrow under my ID, which is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And info and name and everything else, price, lot size, will be listed in the description down below as per usual. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye!
Take me out to California. I feel the day is coming to an end, and my eyes are drawn to southern skies. to pretend. The promised land was there beyond the great divide. But I'll be coming home soon. Yeah, I'll be coming home soon. So take me out to California, where the sun is always high, where the streets are paved with gold and no one ever gets old. I'll be longing for that day till you come and take me home. California, California, here I come. I've seen it all upon the silver screen, the happy faces and a sign upon a hill. The wine is flowing and the fields forever green, and all your hopes